About 2 months ago, I was sitting in my living room and my girlfriend was supposed to be coming in from the car. She was getting something in the car, but she never came back in. And after a while, I was like wondering where she was. She eventually came in with dirt all over her back. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, I collapsed out in the front garden. And it was so absurd. Like, I just thought, like, no, no, you didn't. But she had like grass and stuff all over. So she sits down and I'm like, you collapse? Like, what happened? And she's sitting down on the stairs and then she just like goes, like her consciousness just goes. And like, I'm like holding her and you can feel the dead weight of somebody in your hands. It's not a good feeling. Wouldn't recommend it. And her face starts going grey and her lips are like colorless, but they're like kind of purple. Her cheeks are purple. It was the look of someone who's dead. I've never seen a dead person, but I'd say that's what it looks like. And she's just sitting on the stairs. And, this is happening. And it was like, in 1 minute, I'm just playing with my dog. And the next minute, she's gone. And I called an ambulance. And they were so unhelpful. I don't know if you've ever called emergency services, but the guy was panicking. He was like, "Oh, wait, what's happened? Oh, hold on, wait. You tilt her head back or pinch her nose." I'm like, "No, send an ambulance." And he's like, "Tell me your phone number." And I give him the phone number. He's like, "Now tell me the phone number again." I'm like, "I need to make sure we've got it." And I was like, "Well, whatever. I won't get into that," but it was stressful. And then my girlfriend comes back to life, but she's like she's not conscious. She's just kind of like, she's just like making noises. And so I know she's alive. And then she kind of like comes back into consciousness and then she's scared because she doesn't know where she is or what's going on. And she says, "I need to get sick." And I got a bucket from the kitchen and brought it back in. And like when she tried to get sick, she passed out again. And this is scary stuff. And then when she came back again, she like tried to get sick and like her nose started bleeding and like blood started gushing out of her nose really fast and like forcefully. And I'm on the phone and I'm like, "Her nose is bleeding, she's getting sick, her face has gone grey, you need to send an ambulance." And the guy's like, "All right, don't worry." He actually didn't even say that. I'm giving him too much credit. He was just saying like panicky stuff. Anyway, long story short, we went to the hospital and doctors don't really know what happened. And she can't really walk properly. And her voice was gone. Like one of her vocal cords was paralyzed. And I'm sure she would hate that I'm telling you all this right now. But the reason I'm saying this is because how is this about me? How could I make this all about me? Well, I found it very hard to cope, honestly. I mean, just in my day-to-day life, the days after that happened, like it was tough to kind of just get back to normal life and pretend that nothing was wrong. I felt like everything was wrong. And I felt like at any moment, things can just go like that, I was expecting anything to happen. And so with like making videos on YouTube, I was just like, this is so stupid. Like I couldn't see the point in anything. I felt like everything I was doing was so pointless, and the only thing that was important was to be with the people I love and my dog. And that is true, but then I started getting stressed because I wasn't doing much work. And I guess now I'm trying to tell you where I've been, and kind of where I've been is just in a very bad mental place. And by looking around where I am, that I've never been in a great mental place. So you can imagine where I am now. I'm somewhere else entirely. Like, I'm okay, but I was taking Xanax every day and I just couldn't cope, And then one day I took like 3 or 4 Xanax and just kind of lay down on the floor and looked out at a tree. And I realized, okay, this is really bad. It's really bad to be doing that. You shouldn't do that. And from that day onwards, I got a lot better, and I realized there is no drug, there's no escape. The only thing that you can do to make yourself feel better is get up early enough, put on your clothes, take the dog for a walk, have breakfast, and just, do real life as it's supposed to be. Like, have a routine and all that type of stuff. So I have been working on on an hour-long YouTube video about why the Tony Hawk's remasters are propaganda. I have been doing that for several hours a day, so I'm kind of saying to you now that I haven't been online, but I will have a very, very long video about a very silly thing. It's hard to make this video because of the contradictions in what I'm saying, that like my life is tough, but also I'm serious about this though. I don't see anything else to do in this world. Like, I feel like saying that making a YouTube video is silly, like doing this video is pointless, when you think about how life can just be taken away in a second. But then on the other hand, like, the world as it is not facilitating happiness. And I wouldn't be happier if I was like a public service worker, or if I worked in an office, or if I what jobs do people even have? Tech support? Hello, sir. Would that be better? Would I contribute more to society if I was in tech support than making YouTube videos? I don't know. It's very hard to see what this world needs right now. But I know what I need, and it's money. And I'm not saying that I'm getting that from YouTube. That's where the stress comes from. So it's like the girlfriend thing, creative things that I want to do, but also the fact that everything's so fucking expensive and I've got no money. So I guess all these thoughts were just swirling around in my mind, and they still do, and it makes it kind of hard to go about living day to day with these stresses. And I don't want to make people feel unhappy. Like, I don't want to do a video like this because I don't want to just like spread negative thoughts or anything like that. But I'm going to be honest, all of my thoughts are so negative. And I'm doing better now than I was a month ago. But everything I thought after that event with my girlfriend, like passing out, every thought I had was negative. Like, I'd see a tree and I'd just be like, people cut them down. I couldn't think of a good thing in this world without thinking of like truly like corporations are ruining this world, like end of universe thoughts. And I guess now I'm kind of just telling myself, listen, it's fine. Get interested in the new Tony Hawk's game. At least I'm thinking of stuff. At least I'm generating thoughts. It's also a bit hard to concentrate because this dog is here. I'll show you him in a second. But I guess that's just the message that I wanted to say. I haven't explained it I haven't articulated it very well because my mind is not in a very good place. But, I also don't know if the internet is a place to be when you're not feeling well, because I like making stuff and I like keeping in contact with people. I like making these videos and I like the comments and all of that stuff. But sitting at my computer is so stressful. Like, it doesn't feel like living. And that's why I haven't been online, because just getting on the computer kind of feels like work. It's like people are expecting something of me and I expect myself to do something. And even if I just want to get on the computer and like socialize, make a video like this, to me this is socializing. But then when you put it in the cage of YouTube, like when it's in the format of a video on screen, it doesn't feel so much like communication. It feels more like making a YouTube video. And then you think of YouTube and you think of the company and the money and all that shit, So I'm just going in spirals with these thoughts of like, hey, here's something I could do. Oh, here's why everything's pointless. So what I've been trying to do is to just like be with people in real life, take care of my dog, I know I've mentioned him a few times, but he's just a puppy and I just got him. So that is a learning experience. And then just trying to do like 4 or 5 hours of creative stuff a day and work on a big project. And that's all I've got so far. That's all I've figured out how to live. So that's just a small update from me. Just a little YouTube video, a drop in the ocean of the 1 trillion hours out there. And you know, I appreciate that you care, and I will be back to full health sometime, I know. But for now, that's just kind of how the best I can explain it. I hope you're doing okay. And I really want you to know that life is like a really great thing. And all of these like negative thoughts about like how the corporations are ruining our world, those, you know, that can be true, but it doesn't make it any less true that like the fact we're alive is a miracle, and the fact that we can pet a dog. Do you want to say hello? Oh, you want to roll over and get pets? Here he is. The much discussed. Okay, this is not the place for you to be. You like the table? Do you like the table? Hey, look, say hello to the people over here. Look, there they are. In the dark, watching us. All right, folks, I'll talk to you soon, and take care. Okay, I'll get you down. Whoa!